with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid are manning the post position. Harden out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's the Cobra in at the 3 slot.
Well, showing some craftiness with the ball. Okoro looking opportunistic on the offensive end.
Here's the Cobra, and Okoro pulls it down. And Garland has it in the corner. Pass to Mobley. And the shot goes in.
Oh, to be blessed with athleticism and touch. Mobley has all the tools to be elite.
On the wing, Harris. And the pass to the Cobra. To the left wing.
Yeah, some more off.
Maxey against Mitchell.
Come on, bro.
Maxey passes to the Cobra.
Let's get it. Dang.
From outside, off the mark.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Craig, an outstanding score. Donovan Mitchell takes it to another level in the playoff, doesn't he?
Hey, Kevin, how about all of his averages come playoff time?
Kevin is going to be tough this year with Donovan Mitchell.
The limelight, and like other stars, takes on more of a load in the postseason.
I ain't even Lizard, y'all. What y'all think?
Up around New York City, Doris, Donovan Mitchell was around pro sports as a kid.
He sure was, Kevin. His dad
Donovan Mitchell remind me of D-Wade.
Donovan spent a ton of time in big league locker
rooms. He got that killer instant in it.
During the 2010 famed decision from LeBron, Mitchell was actually in the crowd listening to it.
Oh.
Here's the Cobra. Against Washington, he was really on his game. 5 to shoot.
Let's get it.
The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one.
I'm trying to get tonight.
Outside Garland.
What's that, dude? How you getting blocked? I mean, how you getting fouled? You supposed to punch that in, dude.
And Doris for Darius Garland, playing point guard, runs in the family.
That's exactly right. And think about it. His father, Winston Garland, played 7 seasons in the NBA. And while Darius has always wanted to follow in his father's footsteps, Winston will be the first to tell you that young one is already better.
You throw good, Garland.
And Garland, a finalist for Most Improved Player of the Year in 2022, took a huge leap forward with his play.
For Garland, he put in the work, and it all came together for him, GA.
His shooting reached a tipping point where it was given the keys as a playmaker, and this is a great situation for him. And, boy, he's made the most of it.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours.
How they keep switching, making these niggas my man.
I had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. He told me we have to play really good interior defense. We know they want to get to the rim. We know that's the game plan. And so we've got some tactics to keep them doing so. Guys, we will see what they came up with in the lab.
Let's go.
Thank you, David.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Mitchell outside.
Go ahead and take
Pass to Mobley. It's Allen on the wing. And the foul on the goal. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul. Substitution for your Cavaliers. Kevin Love. Lamar Stevens.
Passes it to Mobley.
Easy bucket.
Lock at 6. Garland next for 2. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Here's Mitchell. Following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
What you love about this is there's an unselfish nature to Kevin Love's game, and I believe that's contagious.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork defensively. If you can't block,
Kobe
force them to the
form.
line.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the night.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season,
Kobe
they converted
form.
about
Let's
77%
go.
of those foul shots.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Karis LeVert checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Garland. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. P.J. Tucker comes in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Maxey. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for James Harden.
And there's one area where the Cavs have been very good the past few seasons.
Sorry, y'all.
That's the draft. They've made some terrific picks in terms of personnel.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. There we go.
Cobra passes to Tucker.
Well, please go get a bucket.
The block.
At 7 feet, sneaking shots past Mr. Mobley is not easy. Send it back, Evan.
That's Kevin. Oh,
Wallace
step
with
up.
it. Now guarded by
Get your
him.
blocks back.
The rejection by
That's how you
Harrell.
do it.
It's deflected. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
That's what you call great instincts and being opportunistic on the defensive end. Nice steal by Mobley.
The 76ers trail. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Melton's shot is good.
That's thirsty. You set them screens and work.
They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Rubio. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
Now, here's Mobley. He's
bro.
looking for love and finds him for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's a tie game. Stay with us as we get set to play the second quarter.
Cavaliers something different with Donovan Mitchell. I ain't even going this guy.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play.
I got Mr. Donovan Mitchell.
Substitution on the court.
It's another guy who had a stellar performance in that win against Washington. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. The 4 and 5 are Love and Allen. LeVert out there with Ricky Rubio. And it's Stevens
Rubio came on there.
That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Well, the catch-and-shoot game, typically Rubio's on the passing end of it. Not this time.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Cobra in the last game against Washington was a man on a mission. He ended up with 21 points, and his unselfishness with the ball, combined with his defensive activity, made a huge impact. This team is playing really well right now. They're playing for each other and working hard to get every win. Kevin, they'll want to keep it going tonight.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Clearly a foul.
The 76ers have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Okoro's checked in. And Doris, the unlimited energy Montrezl Harrell plays is very special.
It's exactly why he's in the league, Kevin. Think about it. He's a little bit undersized for his position, but you will not outwork Montrezl Harrell, and it's why he gathers respect in every locker room he plays for.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Melton passes to the Cobra. Shot clock at 5. Hits the jumper in space. The Cobra's got 11 points.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Knocked away. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers lead by 4. And we'll be back right.
Oh, we good, man. I don't play no games, man.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by the Cobra.
And what a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
A huge bonus. Boy, when he's contributing like this, it makes everything easier for his team.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid are manning the post position. Harden out there with Maxey, and it's the Cobra in at the small forward. Pass to Mobley. Pulls it up. Misses off the right iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Yes, that goes in. Harris has got the lead up to 8 now for the 76ers.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
There's the pass to Allen. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensive.
For Philadelphia, they have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. Second free throw, no good.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. Adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
Here's Harris, and the layup falls. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter.
Whoa.
Now here's Okoro, guarded closer. Allen shot is off.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here's the Cobra, covered by Mitchell. A nice shot by the Cobra. The Cobra's got 14 points for the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. 76ers on top, just dominating this one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Okoro is in the front court alongside Love. Karis LeVert is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Allen in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for LeVert. Here's Maxey. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
James Harden, he's checked in for D'Anthony Melton. Mitchell with it. Maxey covering. Shot's good by Mitchell.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Here's Rubio. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Harris. And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
Mobley, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Well, if you're that wide open, I can promise you James Harden will find you.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Like we know, a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. Is always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain it.
Garland is checked in for Cleveland.
At the line for one.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And they've also been successful running their offense through the post. They're making the defense respect that interior threat.
Yep, that one goes in there.
You like Allen to keep his concentration. Refuses to let the defense outmuscle or outwork him.
To the wing right side. A Cobra. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Third team foul.
It goes on Isaac Okoro.
Number 7, taking 3 shots.
And he's good on the first of 3. He's off on the second. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Over to the wing. Here's the Cobra. Here's Embiid. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Energy points from Embiid. Takes up lots of space at 7 feet 280 and just dominates the boards on both ends.
And Okoro with the basket on the assist by Mitchell.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
The Cobra. It's good from long range. The Cobra's got 11 in the second half.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first 2.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Joel Embiid.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Mitchell. Allen outside. 6 to shoot. Mobley trying to free himself up. Allen, that's good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Want to get that shit up
by Okoro. To the middle. Embiid, the pass to Harris. And stolen by Mobley. And the foul called on the Kobe. That's foul number 2 for him.
Do not get that ball up to me.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
My point's so low.